I always say, never expect a PlayStation fanboy to give Xbox any credit. Whether it's a pony on Twitter, a puny PlayStation fanboy with 13 followers on Twitter, or whether it's a big PlayStation fanboy with a huge following on YouTube, with a huge following on Patreon. It doesn't matter. A PlayStation fanboy is a PlayStation fanboy. Now, I've done videos about Colin Moriarty before, and it always seems that it's about the same thing. When he speaks about Xbox, it just seems like he hates Xbox for whatever reason. He said Phil Spencer's full of shit. I mean, these are obviously his opinions, but it just rubs me the wrong way to hear a guy that for the longest say the Xbox, they need games, they need studios, they need some type of content for Xbox Game Pass. He said Xbox Game Pass being profitable is a lie. He's a smart guy, but sometimes his hate for Xbox overshadows him being a smart guy. We're all biased to a certain extent. We all have our personal preferences, but when it comes to hating Xbox, Colin Moriarty just absolutely despises Xbox. Now, he had a recent podcast where he said some more interesting shit regarding the Xbox brand and their first party. Check this out.
Which is, I don't think Microsoft deserves credit for a lot of that. Psychonauts 2, not your game. Deathloop, not your game. This year, Ghostwire Tokyo, not your game. Fallout or Starfield, not your game. And we're going to talk about those later, so I feel like the proof is still going to have to be in the pudding as far as can they deliver? Because their big marquee game, Halo, no. Definitely not. Definitely not by any objective measure.
Now, listen, man. This is crazy to me because he is saying Xbox deserves no credit for any of those games. These games that was being developed before Xbox acquired those studios. So, okay, fine. Xbox acquiring studios with games that was being developed before they acquired them. Those don't count, right? Now, don't forget, this is the same guy that said,
there are some teams where I'm like, come on, man. You guys are just buying things. But why would you buy, like, Ninja Theory?
Why buy Ninja Theory? Well, Xbox wants to improve their brand. Xbox wants to get better. Xbox's biggest weakness last generation was their first-party content. So are these ponies expecting Xbox to build 20 studios from the ground up simultaneously? Is that what they're expecting? They're expecting Xbox to build the initiative and build 20 other studios all at the same time. Meanwhile, they're building studios, they aren't releasing games. That's what you guys want, right? Yeah. No. I always use the analogy of a sports team. If your sports team happens to sign a big free agent and your sports team, your favorite sports team, wins a championship, do you care whether your team drafted him or if they just won the championship? Us Xbox guys, we beg Xbox, you need more studios. Last generation, they had 5 studios until 2018. We begged Xbox, damn, what is up with the content? What is going on? Are you guys going to compete? What's happening? Are you guys going to compete, Xbox? We ask that question all of the time. Ponies ask that question all of the time. Now that Xbox is competing, guys like Colin Moriarty, no, those are not their games. So what's going to happen 3 or 4 years from now when all of those games are being developed under Xbox Game Studios? Trust me, guys like Colin Moriarty, they will find another way to bash Xbox. Starfield is not their game. Deathloop is not their game. Ghostwire Tokyo is not their game. Okay. So if you buy a used car, is it your car now? That's a valid question. If you buy a used car, do you now own that car? Do you take credit for that car? Or do you say, well, it's not really my car because someone had this car before me? No, it's your car now because you bought it. So Xbox buying studios, guess what? It's their games now. It's pretty simple to me. Does Sony get credit for Returnal? Well, yes, Dirt, they do because they actually funded the game. Okay, well, give them credit. But at the same time, they did not own Housemarque. They bought Housemarque after Returnal came out. But look, Xbox guys, we're not crying about that. It's just the PlayStation guys are crying because Xbox is getting better and they hate it. They hate it. They're running out of narratives. They're running out of excuses to hate on Xbox. If you hate them, just say you hate them. Making all these narratives, oh, well, that doesn't count. Have you ever heard of organic growth before this year? Xbox is not building the studios. They're just buying the studios. Organic growth. I have never heard a gamer say organic growth ever in my life. Ever. So we can ignore studios like Playground, right? That was organic growth. We'll ignore those studios and we'll focus on the ones they've been buying. Just a whole bunch of bullshit. It never ends. It is what it is, right? PlayStation guys are going to be how they are. Like I told you guys, never expect them to give Xbox any credit. I made that mistake in the past. When I was trying to be cool with some PlayStation fanboys, when Xbox would do something good, I would look to some pony channels, I would look on some ponies' Twitters, and they would never give Xbox any credit. So that's when I realized it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I remember people say, Xbox, show some new IPs. Xbox shows you new IPs. Well, those are only CGI trailers. No gameplay. That doesn't count. Xbox, you need some studios. Xbox buys some studios. Oh, well, you're buying the studios for no reason. Why buy Ninja Theory? Why buy Double Fine? Psychonauts 2 is not their game. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? So, like I said, guys like Colin Moriarty hates Xbox for whatever reason. That's his prerogative. But guys like me, we're going to call this shit out. We're going to call this bullshit out. You guys want this? This is what you guys wanted, right? You wanted Xbox to compete. You wanted Xbox to be the behemoth they are. You wanted Xbox to show that they're $1 trillion company. Now they're doing that. No, it's not fair. Psychonauts 2 is not their game. Starfield is not their game. Bethesda was developing that before. They don't get credit for that. Okay. I guess they don't get credit for that. But at the end of the day, Xbox owns them. They bought them with their own money. They own the Fallout franchise. They own the Doom franchise. They own Hellblade. They own all that shit now. Eventually, they're going to own COD. This is just something you ponies are going to have to deal with. Okay? Stop crying. Dry your eyes. And toughen up. This is just something y'all have to deal with. Flat out. Look, y'all, it's time for me to get up out of here. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.